I'm going to speak on the status of reason in contemporary society. At least that broadly is the subject that they've got me down for. I think it's really important that we recognize there's this fundamental difference between reason and faith. I mean, you can call it mysticism, you can call it faith, it's not necessarily religious, but as just methods of trying to figure out what's what in the world, whether we're talking about how to respond to the COVID virus or what to do about immigration policy or how to lead my life, I mean, you name it, they're fundamentally different methods, and we need to confront that fact in a way that we frequently don't. I mean, it's quite natural for people not to debate faith versus reason. They debate specific issues like immigration or medical care or the lockdowns or policing across the United States, right? Now, apart from those situations in which you might be talking with a religious person, or you might be having, you might be a philosophy student, apart from those kinds of cases, we don't normally think about the division in these terms. But part of the reason why I think it's really important to call attention to this basic alternative is that I think when you look at contemporary society, what's been going on for a long time is reason is on the decline. Reason is under attack. It's often a stealth attack or a kind of backdoor attack, but reason is losing and faith in its various iterations is gaining. So let me go on a little bit. There are really two main things I want to talk about. I want to talk about what I call faith in the woodwork, and then the usual response, my emphasis on there being one or the other, your fundamental method being either faith or reason. So faith in the woodwork, I'm going to try to give a number of examples of ways in which we often unwittingly, without realizing it, without meaning to, disparage reason or disrespect reason in ways that have the cumulative effect of knocking down its stature in people's minds, taking rationality down a peg or a few pegs, and elevating or making seem just as good the, quote, method of faith. I'll just give you a few quick examples, and I think I've got better ones, but I don't want to give away all my examples, and I'll try to make them clearer in the talk. But I mean, think about, for example, the way the person who's moderate or, she's being pragmatic about this issue. She is always the one lauded as the reasonable person, right? The adult in the room because of her moderation and so on. Or think about the way we criticize someone or her position because it's divisive. As if what is most important is not the logic of her position, what's the evidence behind it? Is it sound? Is it valid? Is it true? No. What's important is what will the social effect be? Is it divisive? Oh, that's a dirty word. That's a nasty thing. Or think, for just one more example for now, think of what a lot of people have been commenting on for the last 10 years, though it's only intensifying, the increasingly personalized nature of debate, discussion about all sorts of issues, right? I mean, these days, here again, it's not the substance of what you're saying, the logic of your reasoning for this conclusion about gun policy or, again, medical care or minimum wages or government borrowing or anything like that. It's, are you a hypocrite? Are you practicing what you preach? The way to win an argument these days is not to address the substance of the reasoning behind it. It's to play gotcha, right? To go after the person, which again marginalizes the importance of who needs reason, right? When you've got good scouts or spies finding somebody's not wearing her mask or something like, okay. So I want to talk about faith in the woodwork because I think many of us who mean to be going by reason can unwittingly give in to ideas that are really against what we need, that are counterproductive. Then the second main thing I want to talk about is, I think, the usual response to someone like me who wants to say, look, there's this fundamental difference. It's either reason or faith. And the usual response, you all know it, right? Oh, don't be so hysterical. Come on, we need a balance. reason can only take us so far. You know, there are a lot of scientists, a lot of reputable, even sometimes very esteemed scientists who believe in God. You know, surely reason isn't all we need or the whole answer. That's the view that's fatal. Fudging the difference, fudging the alternative, the mutually exclusive alternative between reason and faith, that is fatal. It's fatal to reason and everything that reason makes possible, right? I mean, that's why you have, this is the road to alternative facts. This is serious, right? You've got kids dying of measles because their parents had a better way than reason, right? You have people denying, you know, thinking 911 was an inside job, you know, thinking this is going to cure COVID and so on. You know, the stakes are very real here. So I hope to address some of that in my time.